do appreciate everybody coming out here because when we make these films, we say that we like to give a voice to the voiceless. So we appreciate that people come out here to listen to these people that have put their story. They're putting everything out on the line so that you can know what's going on in their lives and how they're being impacted by the things that we speak about in our documentary.
This is real life. And a lot of times you watch a documentary, you think it's a happy ending. Sometimes it's not a happy ending. Sometimes there's no ending. Sometimes our people are still going through it to this day right now.
I didn't want to see anymore because I wanted to see the full effect of the documentary. He did such an amazing job, very neutral, but showed both sides of the story. Exceptional documentary.
And it was something that I never really talked about, right? Like, I kind of just played it off like I was any other stereotypical young man coming from a family without a father, right? Because I was more or less too embarrassed to talk about my situation.
I thought that the documentary was very true because of the raw emotions involved. And I'm very happy that there was no neat solution.
I could recall around 4, 5 times maybe that I've woken up to a scream from my mother saying, just a scream from my mother. Sometimes she would say that he's outside, they're gonna get him.
Loved how he had both sides of the story. You know, it wasn't just one-sided where you heard this is why immigration is good, or, you know, you got all perspectives, and it was really, really powerful.
I got death threats for speaking up. I feared. I have 2 daughters. My son was my only son, my firstborn. I got death threats, but I figured I have to speak up because other people need to know what's going on too. Because not every illegal alien that comes into this country is an honorable, hardworking person.
We have to have this conversation from the right perspective. It's a very uncomfortable conversation to have, but nonetheless one that needs to be had.
No individual having the opportunity to have a better life for themselves or for their children, if they have the chance to scale a wall, to swim across a river, they're gonna take it.
And the sad thing is, most Americans don't know what freedom really is.
We will move forward to pass comprehensive immigration reform and a path towards citizenship.
They are laying waste to the very American Republic that has been the greatest country in the history of the world.
I did agree with some of the things that Donald Trump did, right? Because I do believe that there should be a vetting process.
Is that unreasonable to ask? Make sure you're not affiliated with any gangs. Why would we want you here? Get out.
The majority of the crimes that I prosecute as the chief law enforcement officer in Suffolk County are citizens of this country.
We grow enough here, we don't need to import more. If I could deport them, I would.
USA! USA! USA!
Life is so hard in Haiti or in the country that they had before, they'll take the risk of getting caught.
If you have $5,000, $10,000 to pay a coyote to bring you illegally across the border, pay to apply and come here legally.
She always said that, like, my situation is different, that I don't have the same opportunities as everyone else.
I'm not going to tell you about their life walk. I'm not going to tell you about how they got here. I'm not going to tell you about the journey they're experiencing. No, that doesn't matter. They.
Sooner or later, I started to get brought into like meetings with lawyers.
On day one, we end a border policy which allows federal agents to snatch babies from the arms of their mothers.
That's when I realized, like, I'm an outcast.
Where is my protection? Where is my family's protection?
I need to know who you are, because if I sneak into Mexico and I commit a crime, there's no documentation of me being in Mexico.
We come from, maybe different backgrounds, but we share similar experiences.
I am you.
I am you.
In the end, we remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends.